Neil, commiserations, obviously a tough defeat to take. Was it that second session that cost you?
Yeah, I think when you look at, this morning, there wasn't a lot I could really do about that. I think, I know he knocked a red in off that roll in behind the break off, but because the way the cushions were starting to really bouncy, so you saw with his break-offs, I knocked in, I think, 5 reds off his break-offs, and if I was kind of at my level, that I had been last few weeks, I would have won frames off every one of them. So I didn't really just want to bank on him missing shots to nothing. So, and also the reds don't cover the black, so that's the reason why I was doing it. And then second frame I pot the red, going to the pack off the blue, and he's missed the yellow and should have left me just an easy chance for 9-9. Wasn't the case, and it's 10-8, and then he's playing well, and then I didn't really get too many chances this morning, but the key was yesterday. Even 5-3 probably should have been 6-2, and then going in 8-8. I think I did well to win the last frame, but if I was at the levels that I've been at the last few weeks, I would have been coming in this morning only needing 1 or 2 frames to win, and so that was probably the key. Like other years here, that sort of second session when, again, taking the frames were going too long, and then upset my rhythm, upset his rhythm as well. He doesn't really want to play like that. And that allowed myself to be in the position I was in.
Obviously, you mentioned previous years. Obviously, it's disappointing to go out again. I mean, how do you look to turn this around? Because obviously, this is a big point for you, isn't it? At the Crucibles and losing at this stage. Yeah,
I mean, the venue's not great. It's not ideal for me from a technical point of view. I don't have much space to walk into my shots here. This is the only arena where I have to kind of worry about sort of not backing into either the dividing wall or the that other part there where the crowd is sitting. So it makes it a little bit tougher for the space. But that's something that I'm going to have to adjust to. I have to adjust to it because they're not going to create an extra foot of space for me, are they? So it's so that is a tough part to kind of get through. But Kyren played great this morning, so no complaints. Best out of 25. You can't blame running the ball or anything like that. You can never do that. You just got to take responsibility. That was my fault yesterday for not being good enough to kind of make it a free flowing affair. It was kind of like a bit of a scrap sort of street fight, I guess you could say, and we were 8 each, but if I was at the levels, like I said, that previously in my previous sort of 5 matches, I would have put the match away in 2 sessions. So I can only take responsibility for that.
Does it feel though like another chance that slipped away?
Well, not really. I think if you're in the final, if you're on 17 frames, you got an easy frame ball or tournament ball, then but not in the quarter-final stages. There's an awful long way to go in terms of the frames required to win. So no, it's a pity not to get to the one table setup, because then that's where I come into my own there. I need to work out a way to come into my own in the previous rounds here. It's tough. You can't really bully opponents. It's just a different kind of environment. So you need to be able to scrap through. And the last few years in the quarters, I've been the one who's been outfought really. So that's just what it is really. Yeah.
Just reflecting on the whole season, though, still plenty of positives with those 2 big events you won.
Yeah, my best ever season, without a doubt. I think considering the pandemic and everything, and I've made something like 70 odd centuries in 44 matches or something like that. It's pretty insane. So, and I've won the 2 biggest ranking events. 2 huge events. So, brilliant season, and there's no way today's result will dampen my season at all. No way. It's been a brilliant season, and we've just been so fortunate to be able to play. So, no complaints for me.
Wish you well for next season.
Thanks, mate.
Betfred, proud sponsor of the World Snooker Championship.